Hi there YouTube, do you know what this shape is? This three-dimensional shape is called the tetrahedron. You might also know it as a triangle-based pyramid. It has 4 faces, each one an equilateral triangle, has 4 corners or vertices and 6 edges. Now this is a Platonic solid and it represents the element of fire. Now you're probably thinking, okay, it's got 4 sides. Why is it tetra and not quad, as in quad bike or quadrangle? Well, quad is a Latin name. Tetra is a Greek name. Tetra, 4-sided, hedron, many-faced. So yes, a tetrahedron. And being a Platonic solid, it has duality with another solid. In this case, the tetrahedron is unusual. It has duality with itself. So what that means is, if I were to draw a dot in the centre of each face, connect the lines internally, it would create a inverted tetrahedron. So today we're going to draw a net of a tetrahedron using thin card. We're going to be using a compass, a ruler, a sharp pencil. This one isn't sharp, gonna need one of these. And some PVA glue to stick it all together. Okay, so let's get creative. So today we're going to be drawing a net of a tetrahedron. So first stage, draw a horizontal line through your page, like so. So the key to doing this is to create 2 overlapping circles, and something quite magical happens, so I'll show you when I get there. So slightly off centre, create a circle like so. Now the whole point of this is to get 2 overlapping circles. So let's do that now. Right, so that's it with the compass now. As you can see, if we were to draw these 3 dots and these 3 dots, we'd get 2 equilateral triangles. This has created a shape, if you're a fan of sacred geometry, called the Visca Pisces. Visca Pisces is Latin for swim bladder of a fish. I know, it's lovely, isn't it? Gives you a nice almond shape, a bit like a lens. So just the intersection of these 2 circles. Now to get our net, which is a nice big equilateral triangle, we'll just create internal arcs using where the line leaves the edges of these 2 circles. Oops. That was a good save. So now if we were to draw lines connecting these intersections, will give you a lovely big equilateral triangle. And as you can remember, a equilateral triangle is a triangle, 3 sides, equal length. Also internal angles are equal. So as you can see, we're missing some lines here. So what we do is just draw 2 here. This will give us the 2 equilateral triangles in the intersection leave the scopices. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. Draw tabs here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's ready to ink in and cut out, and we can finish our model. So I'll see you in part 2. Welcome back. I've managed to find my fine liner. So let's just ink in these edges. The reason why we're doing this, it looks nice. You can scan it or take a picture before you cut it out to make the model. And also when it does come to web out your construction lines, you can do that and still leave your net intact. So let's just do the tabs. I think there's any rule about what angle you should use. Obviously you don't want a square angle because your tabs won't fit within your model. Just whatever's aesthetically pleasing, really, I guess. No one's going to see your tabs. Nobody's going to judge you. But you will. Okay, cool. So, now my favourite bit. Cool, that's ready to cut out, but I'll scan a copy so you can see the finished image or print out your own. Okay, cool, let's move on. So now we've inked in the outline of our net and removed construction lines with an eraser. We can now cut out our net. Now I'm using a craft knife. You can use scissors. Again, be very careful. Safety is paramount, as they say. It's now just holding this away. Always cut away from yourself. Never have anything between yourself and the knife except the card. Definitely not fingers. And always think where the cut's going to go before you actually make it. I'm using a self-healing cutting mat here. You can get them quite cheaply. And they're very useful. Right, and we're there. So now we need to score the internal lines. So make it easier when we're folding. So don't score too hard or you'll cut through the card. Rather than having a net, we'd have a jigsaw, which we don't want. Right, now do the tabs. Tabs will help us when it comes time to glue the net. Yay! And we're there. So let's just check all the folds are correct. Looking good. Right, so now it's gluing time. I've got an old tatty brush and some PVA glue here. But you can use glue sticks or whatever you have really, but I find PVA glue. Where would we be if there wasn't any PVA glue? I remember as a kid having to make my own glue. It's horrible stuff, flour, water. And the glue they did have at school smelt like fish paste. That's probably what it was made out of, but we live in enlightened times today, so let's just got glue on my fingers now, which isn't helping. Now you can always paint this or decorate it however you want. But that's there now, so yep. We've made our model tetrahedron out of card using a net.